Hello. How are you doing today? Come on in, come on in. Righty tighty. Lefty loosey. Oh, jeez. How's it going? It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a cozy day. We're going to jump inside of Unity, and we're going to make some assets for our game, Twisted Tower. It's cool because we're going to be just flipping assets, and I think this will encourage a lot of you because, well, you don't have to know how to make 3D art to be able to make beautiful, beautiful 3D art for your game. It's kind of a paradox, but I'll show you how it's done, okay? Oh, by the way, guys, this is so cool. So in the last day of our full-time game dev sale, and by the way, there's still a couple hours left. I think there's 15 seats left. I told you we'd sell out. These will probably sell out for the remainder of the day. So click the link below. But Sheba, Brada, Patra, Darius, Zaid, Ariel Lee, Austin Satman, Gizewa, Nimhong Bang, and Matuiz. Welcome to Full-Time Game Dev. It means so much to me that you would join the program. And by the way, guys, if you're a student, let us know what you think about the program in the chat. And like I said, guys, today is the last. I mean, I think there's probably 10 seats left. I mean, there's 15 seats left. The sale has already run out completely. But I'm going to let it run for a couple more hours. If you want to join, you're going to learn everything that I know about game dev and also starting a studio and getting funded, getting a publisher. It's actually possible. Believe it or not, it's actually possible. If you want to learn more, click the link below. And who knows, maybe you can do what Lord Grimm here did, which is one of my students who went full-time because of my course. That means he found a publisher, which is really, really cool. Another one of my students, Chris, he raised over $150,000 on Kickstarter using my Kickstarter methods. You're going to learn Unity or Godot or Unreal, whichever one you want to learn, 2D and 3D, which is really, really cool. Actually, Godot is just 2D. Godot is just 2D. But we'll probably add a 3D course early next year, and that'll be free. So much cool stuff here. Massive program. It really is great. 4,000 students worldwide, which blows my mind. But 4,000 students have trusted me to teach them how to make game dev. Okay, so that's today's sponsor. Thanks for letting me do the ad read. Let's go ahead and jump into the introduction. I'll see you on the other side. By the way, guys, feel free to download my free 2D game kit below. It's totally free. It's my treat to you. I used this exact 2D game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and then I got to play it in front of his subscribers, which was really awesome. So download that. Use it however you want. It's my treat to you. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie, everybody. Let's jump inside of Unity. Oh, but Thomas, Unity sucks. Well, whatever you want, I enjoy it. Listen, leadership sucks. What can I say? They made a bad decision. I still want to jump inside of Unity. It's kind of like that, I don't know, that girlfriend you shouldn't be dating, but you just keep doing it. Because she's kind of great in certain ways. This is Unity. Come on, let's jump inside. Gotta load this thing up. Okay, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention our tasks here. Tall spherical plants. Okay, we're going to do those. Debris mounds. We're going to do those. Pools of water. We're going to do those. Alpha bugs. We're going to fix some alpha bugs. We're going to do those. Baby carriage. These inner tubes keep ending up at the bottom of my list here. I haven't actually been able to work on them. Okay, so let's see here. Do we want to create some debris mounds? Well, let's go to floor 4 maybe. I'll show you guys a little bit of flavor for floor 4. Just so you can see some different kinds of levels we're working on. Okay, so here we go. Let's create some debris mounds. Now, what I want to do is just go to the Unity Asset Store. When in doubt, just go to the Unity Asset Store first, because a lot of these, when it comes to like decals and stuff, you don't need to create all this stuff. It's such simple stuff that you really don't need to be creating all this. So let's see if we could type in debris. And by the way, guys, if you want to let me know in the chat, maybe some assets you really like, let me know. All right. Any questions, by the way? Is the graphics made in post-processing? What does that mean? Like the whole game? Is it all post-processing? What? We use a lot of post-processing. Let's type in debris pack. Oh my goodness, guys. We've got a lot of stuff here, actually. Do you think we could just get away with using this? Not really. Well, that's kind of great. Yeah, we use a lot of post-processing. Let me show you what it looks like without the post-processing. Okay, here's post-processing. That's without it, and that's with it. With, without. So it just adds that extra little ambience in that atmosphere. Very good question. Is light mapping explained in full-time game dev? No. Light mapping is a brutal beast that deserves its own course. Guys, okay, so this is pretty good. I'm going to duplicate this tab here, and we're going to look for some more. I want some trash, rubble, and debris. See what I'm telling you? There's no reason to create everything from scratch, guys. With debris, just get it going. Download it and get it in your game. Let's see what we got here. It's a little too detailed, isn't it? Yeah, that's too detailed. We don't want to do that. Something a little less detailed, because this game is kind of a simplistic game. And that's the problem with using assets, guys. You've got to be very careful. Scattered papers. That's not, yeah, I don't want that, because the player's gonna be like, why can't I look at it, you know? Okay, this is really what I was looking for, actually. No. I want like rubble and stuff. I think this one is probably our best bet. Well, I don't see any trash piles. Oh, geez, I'm crow. Let's see here. Guys, we're gonna go to the next page here. How important would trademarking your game be? No, you don't need to. Well, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take my advice. However, you probably don't need to. That is not good. You probably don't need to trademark it. In America, I'll just speak for America. In America, you're already copyrighted by default, just by being creative. So that's that. Okay, rubble and debris samples. Oh, that might be it. We really need like trash. We need dirt, snow. Surely you guys can give me something a little bit better than this. This is ridiculous. Come on. No, because I just need the actual debris. Greetings from Ecuador. Well. Thank you, Malbers. Welcome. Why don't you download the second one and change the color of the material a bit? Yeah, that's maybe an idea. We'll take a look. This is taking longer than I thought. I was just expecting a pile of debris. That's all I really wanted. You guys want to go to, what is it, Turbo Squid? Let's go to Turbo Squid here and take a look. Oh, yeah. It's only $799. What in the world? It's just trash. Why do I need to spend $700 on trash? Yeah, these are probably a little bit better, honestly. poop. $174 for this. Let's see if we can get something a little bit cheaper. And this is definitely a great example of why you might want to use Unreal. You know, because I feel like a lot of this stuff is out of the box. You know, look at this mesh. Okay, we're gonna create our own mesh, guys. Yeah, we're gonna create our own mesh, and it's also gonna have soft particles. So let's go into Blender here. This is a great little example of why you might want to actually create your own mesh. So all I got to do is actually open up just one of our other models here, and I'm just gonna save file, save as, and this is in our environment. We're gonna go to props. We're gonna go to we're gonna call this trash or debris pile. And all I want this to be is I sort of want it to fade a little bit. Maybe not. Let's try something here. Debris. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a. We could probably is it a grid? How many subdivisions do we want? Why can't I see it? Object, add mesh, grid, and then, yeah. So we'll do 8 by 8. Okay. And then I can go to edit mode here, and I can just grab one of these guys. And if I turn this on, turn off snapping. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do something like this. I'm going to take this piece here. We're just going to bring it up. There we go. See? That makes sense, guys? Nothing too complicated. Now we could probably take some of them and just pump them up just a little bit and just create some divots and stuff. We're really not trying to be too creative here because we're going to combine a lot of these. Okay. So that's pretty good. I wonder if we could get away with, we could do shade smooth. We could probably remesh this. So let's go to decimate, and you'll probably be surprised how much we can get away with here. Yeah. So now it's only got 48 faces as opposed to 64. We could even go to 0.3. That's a little messy. So how about 0.4? Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and apply that and take a look at what it did. So that's all it did. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and unwrap this. You unwrap, and then if we take a look at the UV edit, there it is. Very simple. Just a square, okay? So what we could do here, we probably want it to be kind of round. So I'm gonna actually just do that really quick. Just have round edges. And then this one here, maybe that sort of pull out a little bit like that. So all that is just going to be dirt. This right here, I'm going to go ahead and just bring it a little bit closer over here. Maybe this one. I kind of want it to be more round, yeah. And this one we could go out like this. See, guys? Just a super simple trash mound. Okay, that Y position's wrong. We just wanted to be at 0. I don't know why it got moved. Whoops, our Z position. The Z axis in Blender is different. I wonder if we could set all these. That one's wrong. Why did it do that? Let's go to modeling mode. Who knows how to get out of hide mode in modeling mode? Is it Control H? Dash? Control slash? Does anybody know why it's hidden? I can't remember. Why not use ProBuilder? Because ProBuilder isn't really good for designing meshes like this. It's good for level blockouts. It's really for testing purposes. At least that's how Unity markets it. ProBuilder, again, for those of you who don't know, ProBuilder is a built-in tool inside of Unity where you can do 3D models. In this case, something that's a little bit higher fidelity, like a trash mound, we'd really want it to be done in Blender. Alt H. Okay, there we go. So where is it? That's the question. Alt H. I don't know, man. Isn't that weird? That's something I've seen as an issue before, and I can't remember what happened. You could see it in UV edit mode, but you can't see it in edit mode. Does anybody know what's going on there? But anyway, let's go ahead and there we go. We're going to take these bottom ones here, and we're going to set the Y position to be, or the Z position to be 0 globally. Not local. Well, you could definitely just scale it. You could go scale 0. That should flatten it out. That's the theory, right? Yeah. Mr. Dan's here. Alt H. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I can't see it in edit mode. Isn't that weird, guys? This one final piece here, we're going to move it over here. We're going to move along this axis and that axis. This axis and that axis. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and unwrap this fella. I mean, it looks like he is, but we're just going to use the smart unwrap here. That is debris. So let's bring this debris inside of our level here and try and think what's the best texture here to use if we wanted, let's say, dirt or trash to be sort of hanging out in the various corners here. Let's bring that in here. There's our debris. Okay, so you can see that the size is not great. We're also seeing some Z fighting for some of the, yep, okay. So the Z fighting is occurring right there. Whoops. Good, okay. So that is 0. So we're going to set this to 0. And why are we saving it as a blend file and not an FBX? Does anybody know? Does anybody know why we're saving it as a blend file and not an FBX? There we go. Nice and clean now. So it looks like snow, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and scale it up. We're going to scale it up by 3. Save it, and we're going to take a look inside of Unity. But before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and apply the scale. The rotation, remember what we want to do? Rotate along the X. We want to go -90. Apply rotation. And then rotate X +90. Save it. So now you can see our scale is 111. Our rotation is 90, 0, 0. And our location is 0, 0, 0, which is great. And now if we delete this and go ahead and bring it back, now the rotation here is 0, 0, 0. Isn't that great? Now I don't know what's going on there, so let's double check that. And also that side over there, okay? There it is. Yeah, there's just a little bit of piece here is coming out. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, there we go. Yeah, one of these is too low. There it is. And then that one over there is basically flat. So we just need to look for that long line here. Yeah. Is it that one? It might be. Might be this one as well. Let's take a look. That little piece there. What is that? It's a thin little line over there. I think it's that one. Or I'm not sure, but we're gonna go ahead and just texture it, and then we can shift it up once we get it textured, okay? So let's see if we have any debris here. Okay, we don't have any debris textures. So the first texture we're gonna use is simply dirt, okay? We're gonna see how dirt looks. Dark dirty, nope. There we go, let's try this. There's our dirt. Okay, good. Yeah, so we can just put dirt right there, okay? Now, what I wanna do is make sure that in this debris folder, we have some textures for debris, okay? If I'm gonna be using dirt, for example, I want the dirt to look a little bit more like it has a like a reason to be here. It's like, why is there a big old pile of dirt here? So the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna open up our folder here where our debris is, and we're gonna just paste in that texture. This is a Photoshop document. It should be. Double check. Yeah. So what we could do here is take this Photoshop document and combine it with textures of trash, okay? And then we could have some that are more trash and then some that are less trash, okay? In this case, it's kind of just like a rubble pile or like a little bit of a dirt pile here, but nothing crazy. So let's go ahead and go to textures.com. That's where I've got a subscription. And there's a lot of ways to get textures, guys. This is not the best way, but it works for me. Trash, well, let's type in debris, just see if there's a good texture here. Good, great. We have some really good textures here, actually. Bark debris, rubble. Yeah, we could do rubble. We have soil. Leaves. Okay, the first one is the rubble. I definitely think I want to use rubble, okay? Cool. Hi, Asmist. Are you new to the channel? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this rubble will be fun. How do I download the full one? Does anybody know? I always get confused. I want to just download the full PBR. No. Don't you wish you could just download the whole thing? Okay. Let's go ahead and download medium. I don't really need anything that's too crazy. And then the normal, yeah. We could probably use a height map as well. The ambient occlusion, I don't really care about that, to be honest. Okay, so there we go. Let's do this first. What we're going to do is we're going to show where this is. Okay, so I'm going to call this, let's close this out, and then we're going to just go ahead and name everything properly. Rubble, debris, and this is the albedo. Let's actually start with debris, rubble, albedo. Okay, we'll duplicate it. We're going to call this, let's see here, debris, rubble, normal. Thomas, do you get tired of standing all the time? I really do. But when I sit down, my back hurts. I'm going to the doctor about it tomorrow, actually. So I kind of have to stand all day, but it's okay. Oopsie. And then those are the only two I need. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the files I just downloaded. And we're going to go ahead and take our albedo, throw that in here. There it is. So that's our albedo. And remember, inside the albedo, we can also, we have a height map as well. Yeah. So let's go ahead and duplicate this PSD. And a lot of you are probably thinking, Thomas, why do you have to duplicate everything and make a PSD out of it? It's because I like to have full control over all my textures. I kind of treat texture work almost the way I would a 2D game. I know that that's probably not a good idea, but that's what I do. It's just what I do. Let's see here. Debris, rubble, height map. We're going to go ahead and open that up. It's just the way I've been doing things. And Felipe, he's the 3D artist for our team. He does things the right way, and I do things the wrong way. And so we sort of just tag team it. Okay, so there we go. And then what about the normal map here? Let's take a look. Okay, we have not downloaded the normal map yet, so let's go ahead and download that. No, we have. Yeah, let's grab it. Okay, it's going to look great, actually. So we're going to have some rubble, and then we'll also have some trash. Trash, rubble, maybe some dirt. But let's try this rubble out first, okay? So actually what I want to do is just put this inside of its own little texture. Crap. Yeah. Or inside of its own little folder. So we're going to go new folder, debris texture, or this is going to be debris rubble textures, so that we can create all kinds. Didn't mean to do that. Ready? There we go. Nice and organized, guys. Nice and organized. Now let's drag the albedo here, and that's going to generate a material for us right here. And then we can also throw in our height map. What? Is this simple? I don't know why it got set to simple. We're going to do lit. There we go. Let's throw in a height map. The height map's really fun. It makes it look 3D. Let's see here. Here we go. See? So that's why we're using a really simplistic texture. Because you could do a lot of the work with the height map. See? Okay. Remove the smoothness value. The normal map's a little intense. Why does that not look good? What's going on? Why are you so shiny? Does anybody know why he's shiny? Is it the normal map? Yeah. For some reason, the normal map is making it look really shiny. Let's figure this out, guys. Does anybody know why? What? That's confusing to me. Why are you shiny, buddy? Huh. I don't get it. I have no idea. I mean, that looks really good with the shadows there. What we can do, by the way, is you can make it look more simplistic, because it is a simplistic game. Let's go ahead and mute this. Yeah, it is muted. And let's see if we can just take a look at it, okay? It looks fine to you? Where'd the dirt mound go? There he is. Yeah, I feel like he needs to be bigger. But yeah. Yeah, we're going to make him bigger. Okay, so we have our dirt mound here. The texture itself, we could probably get away with 0.5. I just don't know why it looks like it's made out of... It's glossy. Isn't that weird yet, guys? Let's take a look at the normal map. Well, with the normal map, what we can do is we can do a smart blur. Make it a little bit more stylized. Height map, it's fine, I guess. This we're going to do a little bit more stylized by doing a smart blur. Okay. All right, so we have dirt mounds, and you can sort of combine them. So this one you can sort of scale up a little bit. I just don't know why it looks so shiny. You know? I can't figure that out. It's weird. These dirt mounds, they're fine. We could probably darken them a little bit, but let's just see how they look. We need to make a prefab out of them before we do that, okay, guys? So let's make a prefab here. Is there something in post-processing? No. I can't figure it out. It looks like it's shiny. Look. Look at that. What? Is it in the texture? I cannot figure it out. I think it's the normal map. I feel like it just doesn't need a normal. But now it looks like crap. Well, the normal map is set to 1. We don't want that. 0.5. It's a little too bright, and so we're going to go to hue saturation, maybe colorize it, darken it, save it. Come on. Come on. Don't be that way. What? I just had it. Now I don't. So, okay. Anyway, colorize. Save it. Now let's take a look. It's a little too brown. Is there specularity control? Yeah. The normal map orientation isn't set correctly. So it needs to be 0.5. Are you sure? Oh. No, I don't know. No idea. No, the normal map is correct. I just don't know why you look shiny. Why are you shiny? I have never had this happen. I wonder if I'm in the wrong shader. Click the normal map? What do you mean? It does look wet. That's what... Isn't that weird, guys? Oh! Hang on. Let's turn off post-processing really quick. Nope, it's not the post-processing. We're going to figure this out. Why does this look shiny? No, the specular is low. Look at it. It's 0. I could set it to albedo alpha. Look at that. If it go full flat, it's still shiny on the edges. Does that make sense? Standard specular. We can take a look and see if that... I just hate using separate versions. Nope. Still shiny. Look at that. That is so weird. Normal map filter mode? No. That wouldn't be it. That looks cool. Yeah, guys. I don't know. It is the normal map, though. Set smoothness to maximum. I just did. Maximum is not what you want. Otherwise, it looks like it's like guts. Yep, I don't know. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so we've got this debris mound. Let's go ahead and add a mesh collider to it. We've got our mesh collider. And then we're going to go ahead and add this to our prefabs. Okay, so we have a big old prefabs folder just with props. So let's see here. Yeah, we can just add it to right there. Debris. Create variant. And this is going to be called debris rubble. Okay, so you can just drag that rubble all over the place just to create some trash. Right? I wonder why there's no ambient occlusion. Oh, there is. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I cannot figure out for the life of me. Yeah. We're going to add some contrast. This rubble is bursting my bubble, because I was gonna have fun with it, but it's a tricky one actually. It's much trickier than I thought. That helps a lot actually. I wonder if we could do a hue saturation shift so we get rid of those reds, make them a little bit more brown. That looks a lot better. It doesn't look like vomit anymore. Yeah. Okay, let's enter play mode and take a look. Thomas, you might have roughness. It could be. I think I need to go into the albedo and go to the alpha map. Look, it's shiny. So Unity just froze. Okay. Cool, we got trash or debris here. That's good. Mayo Game says yes. Let's go to our saturation here, or our albedo, save it. And let's take a look here now. And it's still the same. Look at that. Why do you look shiny? What if I set this to none? Look at it, it's still shiny. Why, guys, why? I cannot figure out why it looks shiny. I've never experienced this before. Is it the texture itself? I'm gonna blur the normal map and we're gonna see what happens, okay guys? This is probably gonna fix it actually. Save. There we go. What did I tell you? Yep. Good. That looks way better. It was the normal map. The normal map had such sharp lines in it that it just looked shiny. Couldn't explain it, but that actually doesn't look bad for debris. Yeah. And now what you can do is on the edges of the debris, you can go ahead and just add in shading, just like sort of a dark shadow. And it makes it look a little bit more like there's ambient occlusion on the edges. So let's take a look here. I wonder if the UV is all wrong. Oh, I need to set it to 1. So we can try that. Let's set it to 1. 1, 1. And then 1, 1. There we go. It's just so detailed, you know? So what I think we should do, yeah. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do 0.6 by 0.6. You know what I think we can do? We can do that. And that's all we need to do. Okay. All right, let's add some trash. The problem is, you know what? I think the problem is that the detailing is just too detailed. But I think we're good to move on. You just got to keep going. Okay, so let's see if we can find a trash texture. Trash. Ooh, plants. Hey, rubble. I really like that, actually. Ooh. That rubble is pretty great. Yeah, let's do it. Compiled material. We already have this, apparently. Let's take a look and see if it's in the game. Rubble. There it is. That's awesome. Felipe already downloaded it. Okay. Good. All right, so we have some rubble here. The height map, it needs a little bit more intensity. For some reason, it's not working. Let's take a look here. Okay, the normal map's correct. The height map's correct. I don't want to mess with this texture in particular because he might be using it somewhere. So I'm going to grab all this. Well, actually, we're going to call this material rubble for debris. We're going to call this debris rubble. And I'm actually going to move this into our other folder that we had, which was right here. Yeah. Do you guys like jazz? Anybody? This is going to be called debris bricks albedo, and this doesn't need to be called albedo It's a material, not an albedo. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Missing. Benefit of having a prefab is when you have an issue like this, you just drag it on in. Rubble. Good. This is our bricks. So we're just going to drag in our bricks here. There we go. And look. Fix object name. I guess. I don't know what that was. The normal map, it's not like the greatest. The height map really sucks. I'm surprised it sucks so bad. But it's not my favorite, I will be honest. It doesn't work. But let's take a look. Is this a PSD? It is not. I have a theory that if we made it gray, it would be okay. So let's take a look. Yeah, it just looks kind of crap. And maybe darker. We're going to say this is a PSD. Rubble, bricks, PSD. And by the way, guys, you don't need to get like scared when you've got all these different textures floating around in your project. Unity's not going to put them in the build if you don't use them. That's the beauty of Unity. You know, I do wonder if we used a soft particle effect. But, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to add a little bit more detailing to this because the clipping is really weird. So we're going to go to our... Come on! We're going to go to this, add a modifier, and we're going to add a smoothness subdivision surface to it. We're just going to smooth it out like this and see if that helps. Yeah, it does. Good. So yeah, you can see it sort of combining and spilling over. Do a little bit of a line here like this. I don't really like that, you know, to be honest with you. I don't like that texture. It's trash. Like, not that it's actual trash. It's not good. It's trash. So we're going to delete it because it sucks. It's too 3D. Let's see if we can find some trash here to use. What's a nice texture that just looks like trash? Cans. We're going to find one, guys. We're just going to use it. And we'll generate a normal map for it. We're going to find it. That is kind of what I think of when I think about trash. So let's grab the premium one. And let's see if we can create a duplicate of that albedo here. And we're just going to generate our own normal maps, okay? So this is debris rubble. I'm going to go duplicate it. I'm going to call this debris trash. And I think these two, as long as they look good, that's all I need. And you can sort of combine them. So this is going to be our debris trash. Yeah. Okay. So there's our trash. We're going to delete all this. And we don't need all these layers here. I'm going to just take this scrapyard here. And do you see how if we zoom in here, this is why I downloaded a higher res version. I just need it to look trashy. We just need to look trashy. So there's our trash. Delete. Oh my goodness gracious. We need to, oh, we're good. Okay. We need to revert. Okay, so that looks good actually. I really like this. It looks like you get away with just using this. But I feel like the trash is going to help a lot. Let's drag in the trash albedo to this here. It's very vibrant, so that's bad. a bad thing. Reduce the smoothness here. And let's go. Remember, this is why we're using Photoshop, so that we can go to Photoshop and kind of match it a little bit in terms of its tone with the rest of the game. We could do a little bit of a subtle reduction in saturation. We could probably get away with just a subtle overlay of this grayish color. There we go. Save it, take a look. Okay, we need a little bit more contrast. And the blues, we're gonna bring the blues out. I think the blues look really good, or the cyans. Okay, maybe the greens as well. And then the yellows. Yeah. Good. That actually looks pretty good to me. Now, one other thing we're going to do is we're going to create papers that are sort of scattered on the edges, and it's going to look like it's just trash. Right? I mean, we hope it looks like trash. So there we go. Normal map. Let's generate one. Merge this together. And go to 3D, generate normal map. And by the way, those just joining us, remember you can join Full-Time Game Dev, which is 50% off below. And that is today's sponsor. It's always the sponsor of my streams because it's my course. And it's a great course. It's probably the most comprehensive course out there. I seriously can't think of a more comprehensive course because it's taught by somebody who's actually in the trenches making games. I'm making games right now for this. I'm actually making this game for a publisher. I'm making this for 3D Realms. It's pretty cool, right? So there's your cred. So check it out below. 50% off. There's probably around 8 seats left. Sincerely. It's not fake. I'm not lying. 8 seats left. So check it out below. Debris, trash, normal. Y'all want to take a look here? It's nice and blurry, so it's just going to create a subtle little ripple. Nothing crazy. Yeah, this one looks good. I'd say the saturation is the brownness is a little weird, but we could probably make the other one brown and then call it a day. These are not bad. Let's do a little bit of a color over or a colorize here. Save and take a look. Yeah. So we have 2 different ones here. All right, let's create some more trash, more debris. Okay, so these are great. This one, I feel like we need to call this debris rubble or debris trash. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create pieces of paper, and they are sort of scattered around it. So let's think here. How could we do this? I don't think we need to do that. I think that's all we need to do. Yeah. All right. Publisher only cares about getting paid, bro. Well, Gil, I can tell you that's not true. So that's about all I can say. That is not true. By the way, even if that was, why is that a problem? We all want to make some money. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. Let's see if there's any rotations that can work in these kind of corners here. I feel like we need to go a little bit higher res with these. Let's do... Let's hit play and take a look. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel like we might need some trash, some papers. Yeah, I'm going to make that higher res. It's just not matching anything. So we're going to go to 200% here. And we can use a tune shader, or not a tune shader, but a blur filter, a blur effect. That actually looks fine. I wonder why that did that. 200%. Save it. Yeah, it was just because we were working with such tiny textures. That's probably why this is all looking so bad. It's because Thomas, duh, your texture sizes are way too small, dude. Come on, Unity, don't crash on me. That looks better. Yeah, if you have little pieces of debris that you can place on these, we're golden. And so the solution here is something like some cubes, maybe. Let's try it out. Let's try that out. So let's go to Layout, add a cube, and always, 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 guys, be thinking of, don't get overwhelmed. Think specifically about each object. This is a brick. What does a brick look like? And then you make it look perfect. Okay. Okay, apply all transforms. And I'm just going to have it sticking out of the debris and see what we can do here. Set the origin to the center of the mass. I'm going to save this. Let's make sure we unwrap it properly. UV unwrap, save. And my theory is we can just have it part of this mesh. But I just want to see how it looks in 3D or in Unity. It helps me to be able to look and see the shape of things. Okay, let's go save. Tiny. It helps me to see the shape of things inside of Unity. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Let's just see what we can do here. Do I want this level of detail? Maybe. I think it's fine as is, guys. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm really not going to worry about it because I don't even know if debris is the right thing to have on this area, you know? All right, let's move on to the next item on our list, okay? Pools of water. Pools of water would be cool. I kind of want to work on the tall spherical plants. I have a theory that we can do all of this in a nice clean blend file. But let's type in plant and see if we can find the perfect plant that we have currently and see if we can flip it. Oh my goodness, we're missing a ton of plants. That's not good. Well, we have them over here. What's this one? Okay, so some of them are missing. Let's see, is this okay, this is our vase. Looks like we have, is this all one blend file? Let's take a look. So this is just the vase. Ah, okay. So we're gonna take this. It looks like the way Felipe did it is there's a vase and then there's a plant. So what we can do here, we could find sort of a stylized, I want a big sphere. Basically, here's what we're looking for, guys. This will make sense. Let me screenshot it for you, okay? Alexa, fan on. I could take this here and put it inside of Photoshop. And what I want is something that looks like this. So we're doing a little bit of a concept here, okay? Let's get rid of those arrows. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okie dokie. Alrighty. So we're gonna have this sort of tree branch coming out of the vase. Something like this. And I'm hoping we can find something like this. Kind of a sort of a it's almost a stylized bush. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have a better vase than that? Because we're trying to capture a Disney vibe here. Something like that. Let's see, you're trying to capture a Disney vibe. Okay. Something like that. Right? It's just a little tall. So maybe we could go bigger and shorter. It's kind of cool. Okay, so let's type in sphere plant. Or maybe like a bush. Oh, look at this. That's what we needed. That one looks great. It's only 14 bucks. And we can combine these inside of Unity. That is great. Let's take a look at the actual mesh. That's a little too intense for me, my friends. It's a little too intense. We want something simple. Hey, what about this? A little too intense. We're close. I didn't know that there would be so many. I thought it was kind of a dumb request. What do we got? $3 here? Is that actually a mesh? What's wrong with you? No. We don't want that. What do we got here? Nope. What about this one here? That's just, we don't want it that many. It just needs to be super simple. We're looking, seeing what we've got here. All right. Are we gonna do this one on our own too, guys? I mean, this is super great. I just think that it's probably, all it is a texture. You know? I think we could probably just make this. Let's type in, where the F is the texture work. There it is. We could type, let's type it in here. Bush. No. Yeah. You guys want to make it on our own? You want to do that? I think we can. So let's open up this vase. And that is a blend file. And so we can go ahead and take a look at it here and then go to edit mode. All right, let's make a sphere here. Or a cube here. One of the biggest, I would say, complaints that I have from my previous self when I would make 3D objects is I would never apply all the changes. And so I'd always have these randomly sized things. And it just always looked, in Unity, it just always panicked me because everything was different sizes. Okay, so we got that. Now we're gonna see if we can just get away with this. UV sphere is fine. We're gonna do 12 by 6. How about, that's actually fine. Shade smooth. Good. And then we're going to do a little bit of a, I would say we could, actually, you know what we could probably do? Maybe add a little bit. I know I just could have done this in the actual sphere, but I'm going to do a little bit of a subdivision surface here. Oops. think that did something. Let's take a look here. A little bit too much. Okay. Let's do it one more time. Down, go down, apply. And then if we take a look here, it gives us a little bit of room to mess around. So I'm just going to grab a few of these guys. Nothing crazy. And then just going to scale them up. Maybe even do this. Yeah. So now it's a deformed tree. This right here, we can turn off snapping. All right. Okay. We're going to see if we can get away with this. Okay, so this is going to need to be unwrapped. Can we do a sphere projection unwrap? Not bad. That side needs to be... Spheres are tough. What's that down there? Is it this? Good. Okay, it's near the bottom. So they're going to be difficult to see. These at the top. Okay, cool. What should we do? Use sphere projection, or should we use a different one? Cylinder. Which ones should we use? Very simple, guys. We're not trying to make something crazy here. I just need the I need the unwrap to be correct. Smart UV, I just did that and I didn't like it. Angle limit. Yeah, I don't like that. Make seams, okay, that's a good idea. That's a cool trick. There we go. Okay. That's kind of what we want, right, guys? Or you could even do this. You could actually take that off and just do this. Basically down here, it could just be dark. Ah, yes. Very good. Edge, mark seam. What? Thomas. Edge, mark seam, unwrap. There we go. Beautiful. That's great. That's what we wanted, right, guys? Turn off this here, and then just, whoopsie. Why? Stop it. What are you doing here? There we go. I'm fine with it being like that. Okay, so that's the vase. We don't want that. And then this guy here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into modeling here. Go to our edit mode here and just pull this down like that. We'll delete that top face and the bottom face. And I think that fella, we'll just do a clean unwrap. I mean, frankly, why don't we just do it all so that the bush is one big big unwrap. All right, there's this. Yeah. Yeah, we need to mark seams on the top of this, or yeah, we needed a seam on the edge. I am not the best 3D modeler, but I wanted to learn. I want to learn more, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. Unwrap. There we go. Okay, unwrap. And this little fella over here, just move him here and scale him up. And there is our branch. Okay, I think that'll do, right, guys? All right, so we're gonna destroy the vase. We're gonna bring this down, and we're just gonna call this the branch itself here, kind of need to add. What did you say that there was an effect called? It's called like transform. What is it called? Deform. It like makes it wiggle. Warp. No, wave. I don't know. But we're just going to take some of this, guys, and just create subtle changes in the branch here, so it looks like it's actually a... And it's nothing crazy, you know. You don't want to go too detailed here, but you at least want it to feel slightly realistic. There we go. Okay. It's not much, but I think it's going to look really pretty in the game. So what are we going to do? We're going to set the origin to the 3D cursor. We're going to apply all the transforms. This is like the most crucial part of 3D, or at least preparing assets for Unity, getting all these values correct. Rotating X in the -90, applying the rotation. Rotation X in the +90, and then this is not in the right folder. So we're going to go to our, I believe we have one that's nature, yeah. And we're going to call this custom plants. And why are we doing custom plants? And I have to justify this to myself, because every decision I make, I have to think, is this worth my time? Because we have a launch date. I'll tell you the launch date in a second. Is this worth my time? Yes, yes. These kind of plants, we want them to look very unique and part of this sort of Disney vibe. And I'm actually going to show you how to make these branches look a little bit more unique, but I'm going to go ahead and save this. We're going to call this round bush. Tall round bush. Watch this. This is cool. So if I go here to edit mode here, I'm actually going to isolate this out. So we're going to go to mesh, separate, selection. We're going to go to this mode here, edit. And I'm actually going to add several loop cuts here. And I want to show you guys something that's cool. Now, we don't want to go full Ivan Earl, because Ivan Earl, we'll do one more here. Whoops. Who knows Ivan Earl? Ivan Earl was a illustrator for Disney. How do I extrude again? I'm telling you, I forgot how to do all this. Shift. E. There we go. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay, E, we're going to go up along the Z axis, scale it down. There we go. We might need to add a thickness to this. We're not going to go full, there we go. We need to actually bring this over tighter. There we go. All right, we can do one more, okay? We really don't want to go crazy here. So we're going to do extrude, scale, extrude, scale, extrude, rotate. Oh yeah, just like that. E, scale. Good. Okay, we're gonna hope for the best here. So I feel like what we need to do to unwrap this properly is, first off, let's remove all the marked seams, clear those, and we're just going to go ahead and add seams around the edges of the branches. Let's do that really quick. Edge, mark seam, and then also probably need to be along these edges here. Edge, mark seam, unwrap, take a look. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. Nothing crazy. We just need some brown texture. I don't care what it is. And then also this fella here, he's unwrapped, correct? If we go ahead and join everything together, we really don't need to. I'm going to make sure I name this properly. Bush, branch, and then save that out. Oh, yeah, let's make sure we apply. No, he's good. He's good. Good, good, good. Okay, rotation and scale, everything's good. Save that out. Go back into Unity, and we're going to bring him in. Okay. All right, so we have our vase here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and unpack this. Unpack. Actually, yeah, let's unpack it. Prefab, unpack. Good. There's our flowers. We don't want that. We want our tall bush. Good. And if we use our textures correctly, we will probably be okay here. But we shall see. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see if these textures are working for us. Did we download them? We did not, so let's go ahead and download them. Leaves. Where are our leaves? That one might work. Yeah. Maybe. We'll do it. See what happens. File new. Let's open it up actually. So we're going to take our UV map from our blend file. UV editing. What? Gotta go to edit mode to do it. Yep, there we go. And then go to UV. Let's combine both. Edit. Okay, good. So this here, we're gonna actually move. Actually, this guy, he doesn't need to be nearly as large here. So we just scale that down. So now we have, yeah, we're good. It's nothing crazy here. Save it out. Go to UV export. And we're just going to export it to our documents here. We're going to call this tall round bush UV. This just helps us know where we're going to lay out these textures in Photoshop. That's all. Actually, we could just go ahead and open that up here. Where are you? Hello? Export. Downloads. Oh, I did it in documents. That's wrong here. Tall round bush UV. Export. Good. So that should be there. There we go. Let's open that up here. And we're going to hope for the best here, guys. We're going to see a seam there. We'll figure that out in a sec. We're getting a very, very basic paint done here, okay? We're going to save this out, see what we get. Atmos Games, Twisted Tower, Unity, Assets, Art, Environment, Nature, Custom Plants. This is going to be tall, round bush. All right. Let's just drag that in here and then work on the textures. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? It's just gorgeous. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. It's because it's stretched. All right, so let's go to our blend file here. And those are the problem. I wonder if what we could do here is remove the seam. Spheres are tough, you know. Unwrap. Good. Okay. We could do unwrap sphere. I feel like the sphere is kind of the way to go here. You know? We're going to unwrap this, scale it, whoops, rotate it, scale. Okay, this guy here. I kind of feel like that's the only way we got to do this, guys. I could be wrong, but we're going to hope for the best. Press L. Re-add the spheres and just use default unwrap for the sphere. Okay, we can try that. I kind of actually may understand what you're saying. So let's go to add mesh sphere. We're gonna just do this for now and see if you're right. Edit. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna see some weird stuff at the top though. You know? But we could try this. Let's give it a go. Okay? I think I understand what you're saying. So you add the sphere. Add sphere, and we're gonna do $20 and then 10. Shade smooth, good. And then unwrap it. Look, why did I do that? Isn't that weird? Why is it doing that? I think I need to go in modeling mode. Clear vertices. Add sphere. What in the world? Add. Oh, it's so weird. Okay, sorry guys. Add sphere. Yeah, 3D is not my forte, but I've been wanting to play around with it some more. So I'm enjoying myself. Okay, let's go to edit mode here and see if we can unwrap it. That's better. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So we could join all this together. Go to edit mode. And this guy here, we can just give ourselves a little bit of some space over here. And then this over here. Yeah, for those of you who are curious, the things that are really, really important, that's what Felipe works on. This kind of stuff, I don't mind playing with it. All right, let's save that out. Let's take a look at that UV. There we go. Where's our UV here? And then just go ahead and unwrap it. I mean, let's be professional, y'all. Save. Let's go to our UV, export the UV layout back to what it was, which is what? It was called tall round bush UV export. And then let's open that up. There it is. Good. We're going to take this little guy here. We're going to put him here. Just scale her up. And everything else will be brown. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. We're going to go ahead and actually just duplicate this over to that layer. I didn't even think about that. There we go. And then these fellas here, we can just delete. Okay, all right. Save that out. This right here we don't need. Save. It's a much cleaner way of doing it, I think. And we're gonna go ahead and throw on that material. Okay, it's a lot better. That unwrap is a lot better. Okay. Good, 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 good. All right, so let's add a little bit of less squashage. It's a little squashed. So I believe the squashing that is occurring is because we really need these to be squares. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. We need those to be squares. Let's invert our selection. Rotate. We're almost there. Okay. Yeah. Save. Again, export our UV. We're just going to, I don't care. We're just going to name it that. And then we're almost there, guys. We want to reduce the squashage. All right. Good. And we can do something like this now. Isn't that fun? Transform. Flip vertical. Oh, it's so clean. Oh, good. We can create a nice clean loop too. Save, and then let's take a look. There we go. What'd I tell you guys? Okay. So far, so good. I don't know why it's so dark there. What is that? Let's take a look here. What is that? Is that a shadow? Look. Oh, it's a shadow from itself, I guess. Yeah, it's just a shadow. Okay, we're good. All right, guys, let's make this match. I know that I want to call this vase with tall, round bush, and I want to put it right here. We're going to call it table vase. I don't know why it's called table vase, but we're going to go ahead and create a variant out of this. Okay. Now, how do we make this look more realistic? Or, well, we could definitely create a normal map for sure. So what I'm going to do is finish up the texture first before we do any sort of normal map creation, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to match it to the tone of the game. First thing is we're going to merge these together, crop them, and then we want to make sure they loop perfectly. So what I'm going to do is flip vertical, and now they will loop perfectly. Save, take a look here. What did I tell you? You guys need to just listen to me from now on. That doesn't look great, but that's just the way it's going to be. Don't care. Do you care? I don't care. And let's jump on up to the texture here, and we're going to make it less intense. And then we're going to do a hue saturation shift. Go grayer and darker and a little bit more teal. Save it, take a look. Okay, that's a little too much, obviously. Okay, so far so good. Normal map's going to help a lot, guys, along with a we could probably crank up the contrast, honestly, along with a smoothness map. Okay, let's go ahead and create the normal map now. I'm not even going to worry about that bark. I mean, that's what I tell myself when Jeb barks. 3D, generate normal map. So far so good. Invert. We're going to do some more detail scale here. Very little blur. Click OK and take a look. File, save as. Tall round bush, normal. And we're going to throw that in there and see what happens. Normal. Fix. I feel like we need to invert the normal map. You know what I mean, guys? we might need to invert it. Negative 0.5. See what happens when we go low. Negative 1. Did that help? I can't quite tell. Is it an inversion we need? No, I think it'll good. I told you we want to make it look like Disney World. Cool. Okay, how do we avoid that weird looping effect right there? Well, I shall show you. We're going to go to our actual UV here. Where is it? We're going to close everything. There it is. First things first, we're going to merge all these together, and we're going to take any moment we see a weird looping effect, we're going to fill it in. Okay. It's really only near here where you're getting that weird stuff. Edit fill. There you go. Save it out. Okay, there's one right here. I'm trying to find where that is. I think it's in one of these corners here. Might be that one. When in doubt, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Man, where is it? I hate that, but I don't care. We're not out of time. Okay, so we're good here. Next, what do we want to do? We want to create some transparency, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, anywhere there's black, let's say with a tolerance of maybe 25, we're going to mask it out. No, maybe 5. Yeah, just like that. We're going to see if this helps. Okay. And then we could probably create 2 of them. I'm just going to see if this works, okay? So we'll save it out. We're going to go to our transparent mode here. And then we're going to go to this. And we're just going to make sure that we remove the PSD matte. Alpha Z transparency. There we go. Okay. Now my theory is, I'm just doing a test here, guys. My theory here is we could take this sphere, scale it, and then rotate it. And now it looks more realistic. That's my theory. But we get some weird clipping issues. Specular, render. Look at that, you can see through it. I think we only need one, honestly, with just some very subtle adjustments. But let's take a look here. Just some very subtle transparency. That's my theory. Maybe go 2, 3. We don't even need to do it. Just use alpha clipping instead of specular, instead of transparency. Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea, actually. Let's try that. Thanks, guys. Let's expand this so it's nice and smooth. Expand by 15. Nope, expand by like 4. And then just do a very subtle effect like this. And let's see if that helps. Looks terrible. Okay. Alpha clipping. It kind of, we're close actually. I wonder if we can render both faces. Yeah, the rendering both faces in Unity is so bad. Or what should I say? I don't understand it at all. So. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. What do you guys think? It's not worth it, is it? It's like I wish I could see. Oh, that kind of is better, right? That's not bad, actually. Oh, it looks a lot better. Okay, let's go ahead and throw a second sphere in there, and then we should be good. But we want to make sure that this is set up properly here. So what we're going to do is grab... We're getting close, actually, guys. We're just going to expand by 1 pixel. Oh, I think we're close, right? Maybe? Come on, Tom. What are you doing, man? Why are you so small? Hang on, 1 sec. Image. Well, it's fairly big. I don't know. Is that better? I'm trying to get a nice, clean transparency. What if we could blur it? If we blur it, I think Unity will appreciate that. That's my theory. Let's take a look. And then you turn on alpha clipping, and it'll... Huh. That's so strange. Maybe, What do we do, guys? Let's see here. That's not bad. I don't know why it looks so spotted, though. You know? That's confusing. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so the alpha clipping is a little much. So we're going to go ahead and select the white. And we're going to, I could be wrong here. We're going to expand this by 2. And then fill this in. Could be better. I mean, it's not horrible. And then alpha clipping. And then if we hey, that's not bad. I don't hate it. I really don't. And then I can actually take this. I could take this here. This is kind of weird, but take this white and then expand by another unit. Or no, contract by 1 unit. And I believe, this is going to be weird. Invert the selection. We could try this. No, I liked it with the texture, but we could probably reduce contrast. That's close, guys. That's very close. And then you can rotate it. You scale like this, do another one, and then rotate. It's actually really close to what we're looking for. Hey, that's not terrible from far away. So I wonder if what we could do is sort of, oh, I think I have an idea. Watch this. You could take all this, merge the layers together, and then over top of it, you could do a smart blur. Actually, let's see here, blur. Smart blur. There we go. Close. Yeah. I think it looks stylized. Works for me, man. Okay, so what we're going to do is go into Blender here. Do this. We're going to copy it, paste it. Copy, paste in edit mode. Sorry. Mother effer. What was it again? Alt H. Reveal hidden. What in the world? Where does stuff go? Now what happened here? Edit mode. Copy, paste. Copy. I'm confused. How do I copy the mesh? Oh, geez, Thomas, you're stupid. I don't know. Edit mode. Shift D. Okay, Shift D. Okay, good. And then another Shift D. Okay. And then what we can do, these are all unwrapped at the same level, guys, so we should be fine. Then what we can do is just take these pieces, randomly pick some pieces. Isn't there a cool modifier we could use, though? And we could just scale them up like this. Okay. Y'all ready to try it out? Hit save. Let's go. And what are all these duplicate spheres? We don't need those. Tall, round bush. Tall, round bush. Tall, round bush. Works for me. Let's hit play and take a look at it in play mode. I think we could definitely get rid of that. It's too simple and too smooth. I think it needs some texture. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go back in time. Hopefully we can. It's the transparency that is the issue here. It's just not working for me. Yeah, it looks a lot better there. And also, I feel like the shine value, we could probably throw in a little bit of shine. Okay. What I'm going to do is take this black here. Okay. And we're going to blur it and then grab only the black value. Maybe we could use threshold. Use your mind, Thomas. There we go. Try that. And we've got our alpha clipping. Just like that. That's pretty much what we want. Now, I don't want it to be so... Let's see if we can grab this, guys, and actually watch this. I could take this and maybe do a blur, a Gaussian blur. It's super simple. And then maybe do a filter gallery or a smart blur. You could even do posterize. Yeah. Okay. Is that it? Invert. That actually looks a lot better. Yeah. I think it gets the job done. What do you guys think? And then we're just going to take this, and this is a tall round bush, so it's going to be its own prefab. Oh, create variant, good. Okay, so now it has this, yes, okay, let's hit apply. This is tall round bush vase, so we want to make sure that we apply this. And there's potential here to do something like this. Almost like a tree. Just thinking through all of the options here to make things feel a little bit more Disney. Let's take a look. Textured planes sticking out for the leaves. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Oh, look, it's like see-through. I have no idea why. Let's take a look. Isn't that weird, guys? No idea why that was see-through. That is so strange. I actually really liked how it looked. So we're going to take a look at this one more time. Figure out why it's see-through. Look. What is happening? Let's go to scene view. That's crazy. Why are you... Let's double check something here. If I just remove you... What? Is it alpha clipping? Let's turn off alpha clipping. Okay, it's alpha clipping that's the problem. So for some reason, alpha clipping makes it look see-through. Not anymore. What in the world? Guys, that is so... But that looks pretty freaking good, actually. Gives it that Disney vibe. That's what we're going for, right? Every decision from here on out is making sure we have that Disney vibe. I don't know why, but I can see through it in play mode. Was alpha clipping not enabled? Oh, okay, we're good. Apparently alpha clipping wasn't enabled. I think it looks great. What do you guys think? It's a pretty weird looking plant. But you know what we're going to do is create a three-tiered versions. So we're going to take this one here, and we're going to just go ahead and tall vase round with round bush. We're going to call this one. This is going to be the root, and everything should be static. Yeah. So what we're going to do is actually apply all of this. This is going to be the with tall round bush with 3 tall round bushes. We're going to use actual words. Tall vase with 3 round bushes variant. Now what you can do is you can just say, look, I don't want these. You know, so you can just sort of create all kinds of cool little... This one here, we could say, hey, why don't we... Where are you? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Whoa. I don't get it. Oh, those spheres. Interesting. We probably need to just disable this full one here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So we could have this one, which is going to be with tall round bush. Can I delete you? Yeah, good. Okay. So I can take this one, and this is just 1. That's 3. And then we can create one that's 2. So we take this here and just delete this one here. Yeah. And this is going to be 2 with 2 tall, vase with tall, what am I writing here? 2 with 2 tall round bushes. Yeah. I don't like the naming conventions here. Let's rename these. But we have all 3 now. Look at this, guys. Isn't that cool? So we have this one, and this one. I kind of wish there was red flowers. So we might do that. So let's double check something here. Okay. By the way, guys, if you're just joining this live stream, remember that there's probably around five seats left to join Full-Time Game Dev below. Full-Time Game Dev is my massive program, and it's not a gimmick. So many people who sell courses are gimmicky. I believe it, and I know it to be true. And I always feel weird in this space. I make games. We're working with 3D Realms right now, so I'm published. But I also have this course to sell during my live streams. And I've sold over 4,000 seats of this course. And many of you are in the chat. It always feels gimmicky. I know that. But it's not, because I actually make games. And I do it full time. So be sure to check it out below. You can learn what I'm doing. It's really possible. That looks kind of cool. What do you guys think? I think we need to create a little bit more contrast here in scale. This is the goal, guys. The goal has always been, once we hit milestone 4, start hitting that Disney vibe. And that was what this was all about today. It's these subtle little shifts that make it look professional. There we go. All right, let's apply that. And guys, do you want to try and throw on some... You want to create a sort of a flower texture here? I'm going to go ahead and see if I can... I mean, we could probably just do it with Noun Project. Little subtle flowers. Yeah. Just super subtle, you know? Look. Color. We're going to actually put it on top of itself. I don't like those lines. Yeah, we're going to just create one. Now, this is going to blow your mind. It's really, really simple. Creating a fairly realistic flower. You don't need to go crazy, you know? It's going to be very simple here. Drop shadow. A little bit of a distance here. We're going to bevel this guy. Hey, do you guys want to do red flowers? Like an orangish red? Yeah, that looks good. And we're going to do just a bevel. Inside, not outside. Soften that mother effer up. And then increase this drop shadow here. Don't get too excited, Thomas. You got to get moving on other stuff. Okay, watch. Hold on. Hold your horses. You're going to love it. Watch. Here we go. Thomas is a master. No, I know. Thomas is amazing. Guys, I'm not that good. All right. Here we go. You're going to blow your mind. Here we go. Select inverse, go to white. Whoops. Thomas, what else can you do? Can you show off any more? Well, hang tight. Convert that to a smart object and hang tight, my friends. We're going to add a little bit of a subtle detailing in the center here. Nothing crazy. Just enough to add some detailing. And we'll decrease the opacity here. Isn't it fun making games? I just love the process. I have missed live streaming so much, guys. I've been so busy lately. I'm finally at a place where I can live stream. And I'm just so grateful to have you guys joining and watching me live stream. Rasterize. Hey, that looks good to me, man. Kind of looks like it's got caviar in there, but whatever. What do you think? Is this going to work? How many of you want to bet that it's going to work? How many of you want to bet that it doesn't? Let's try it out. They need to be smaller. Yes? They need to be smaller, and they need a drop shadow. And they don't need to be so aggressive. Keeping them towards the middle is probably ideal. Once they get towards the top there, it starts looking weird. Much better. Thomas wins again. Everybody knows he will. Wow. Let's take a look, guys. Ready? I feel like I need to rotate that interior. But overall, that looks pretty sick. I think what we need to do is desaturate them. So watch this. Some of them will be desaturated and lower opacity. Maybe darker. Sweet. They're better with the flashlight off. In fact, they need to be darker. That's the thing that's weird, is I'm getting this feeling that the green needs to be darker. I don't know why. Oddly enough, the flowers may actually ruin the whole thing. I feel like they were just better with just being simple hedges. Right, guys? I think they look better as hedges. Okay, we're good. Sweet. That feels great. One other thing we could take a look at. Let's see what we could do. That's all done. Probably need to record that on ClickUp. So let's go to ClickUp. We're going to go to the set dressing here. And now we have tall. Look at all this stuff we got to make. What was it? Tall spherical bushes. I can't find it. Hang on. It's assigned to me. Bush. Where is it? There it is. Tall spherical plants. So what we're going to do here, just so my team knows what's going on, is what I like to do is I select the prefabs. This one here. And we just take them and we do this. And that way, inside of ClickUp, if I say, hey, I'm done with this, that's great, but because we got a set dress with these, we want to apply a comment here that includes an image. Use all three to create variations. Okay, that's done. That looks pretty good, actually. I really like it. Additionally, let's see here. Oh yeah, the debris. Okay. The debris is its own texture as well. Let's see here. Select. We have debris variant. Did we ever decide to use trash? Yeah, we've got trash. So that's debris, trash. We could put that in the same folder, right, guys? Debris, trash. Prefab variant. Good. So these are all here, and I can just select them here and paste this on our list, right? Remember, we have mound meshes with 3 textures. We're going to make it 2. Rubble and trash. And that can be commented out as well. What's the screenshot tool? Windows. Shift Option S. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Rotate the inner layer of the sphere. That's right. We didn't do that, did we? And then we could probably duplicate it and do one more. Come on, let's be real. Hopefully this doesn't break our prefabs, though. But let's take a look here. Oh, good, it didn't. Cool. Like, I don't know. I think it looks good. I do wonder if we could, do some more. Thomas, why are you doing this, man? Just get moving. Quit adding stuff. Like if we do it like this. You can even go interior and see what it does. Yeah. It really does help. Look. It's just a lot of fun making 3D models. I wonder how it looks with our Toon Shader. That's the next question. Because we will be switching over to Toon Shaders. We'll go back in time, but I just want to see if it works. So alpha clipping, it should work with our Toon Shader, yeah. Yeah, it looks really good with toon shading. What do you guys think? Toon shading is cool because you could throw in some rim lighting as well. Look at this. Feature creep setting in. That's right. Isn't this cool, guys? And you can do like a lower opacity. Maybe warm it up a little. Isn't that cool? So it has a much more stylized look now. So that's what you can do. Pretty sweet. Okay. Sorry. We've got the bushes done. Let's make sure we go back in time though with that material. Good. Okay. These are all done. Are they done? Do I need to apply the prefabs? Remember, don't forget to apply your prefabs before you push. Okay, we're ready to push. Push to what? Who knows? What are we talking about? Why am I saying push? All right. Good, good, good. All right. What am I doing? Oh, let's take a look. pools of water, I'm really interested in doing that. But yeah, I mean, we could do the, let's just see if, I mean, I'm a little nervous about this baby carriage because it's going to look so different than the rest of the game's models, but we can, is it a baby crib, not carriage? Although a carriage would be cool too. I need like a vintage baby crib. As opposed to an adult one, right? That's pretty great. I don't think it'll fit into the game style. It might. Well, well, well. I feel like it needs to be chunkier. That could work. Yeah. Let's take a look at the poly count. Pretty clean. Surely we could find something that's a little bit more 1920s. What about vintage carriage? Because you might just say, look, we're not going to have cribs, but we can have baby carriages. That's $90. It's a little too high poly. I may have Felipe do this one. Let's assign this to Felipe. He's going to be happy about this. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and find some water. And the way we would do that is water puddle. Hey, Pete Cooper. Pete Cooper, guys. Say hello to Mr. Pete in the chat. Pete did the artwork for Pinstripe. Anybody remember Pinstripe? Pete did this artwork here. He did that. He did not do this. I'm not going to give you credit for that, Pete, but he did do this. And he also did the artwork for Neversong. The way we did this, I think we tag teamed this, didn't we? You did like the sketch and then I colored over it. So thank you, Pete. All right, so water puddles, huh? Let's take a look. Wet stuff for Enviro. I don't want to download a plugin. Puddles. Come on, man. Water decal, maybe? Seriously? Surely there's water decals. Drip, drip. Okay. Tiny puddles. This has got to be post-processing. Yeah. Bunch of decals. Let's keep looking. I just want a really... Yeah, that looks good. 18 bucks. 21 reviews. URP. Does not currently support the URP renderer. That's always important, guys. Water puddle. Maybe we just don't do it if it's going to be this much of a pain in the butt. You could definitely do it with blood. There's always blood decals. There's just never water decals. These are great. Wow, I like these. Ooh. But we need water. Okay, what about a water window? That's another thing we can work on. Water window. Shader. I just saw it. Rain window. Essentials 06. The sound effects, we don't need that. We need a window shader for rain. Well, let's move on. Golly. Inner tube. Is that what it's called? These are great. Oh, man. Let's see what the poly count is. We could definitely probably remesh these. Come on. I'm going to trust. Why? Come on, Frank. What's going on here? Why? Maybe I need to. Let's find a different one because they're all, the funny thing is they're always kind of the same. The same models. These are interesting. 89 bucks. That feels a lot more Disney to me. Let's take a look at the poly count. That's insane. I mean, we could probably clean it up with a remesh. You know? I need them to be rigid bodies though, and colliders, and I don't know if I want to use the Swan because yeah. Okay, yeah, let's grab one of these. What's a vintage inner tube look like? They're gross is what they are. Yeah. They look the same. I don't even know if they had these in 1920, but it's whatever. So this one's 14 bucks. We could probably take advantage of this one here. The poly count's insane. Let's find a low poly one. I'm tempted to get these because that ball I could use. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks like it'll be all right. You guys, let's just go ahead and take the risk here and do what we always do, which is buy something and then hate it later. Use the torus shape in Blender. No, because everything's textured. And because you're smarter than me. I'm not smart enough. Everything's textured. We're going to just get things done, okay? Get things done. Isn't that so funny, though? Because a lot of times... Well, that's not true. This actually goes pretty fast. I'm getting pretty fast at flipping assets. Do we have a blend file, eh? It's hilarious how of all the files I need blend files. Okay. We're going to grab the float ring FBX. Although I'd rather have the OBJ because the OBJ... Do we have a blend? Why is it so hard for you people to just give me a blend file? Okay, well, let's grab the ring. Let's just do the ring first. Okay, poll. The Hobbit movies are terrible. The reason I said this, I said ring, and I thought about me and my wife are watching The Hobbit right now. And it's pretty bad. Not great. Okay, now that we know this, remember we were talking about relative scale, I think it was yesterday. It's important to just go ahead and open up a previous, this is what I do. I don't know if it's industry standard or whatever, I don't care. I just know it works for me. I like to open up my previous files where everything's scaled properly, and then I import another object. Look how big this is compared to that tree, you know? So now I know. Better than Rings of Power? That's what I've heard. I didn't even watch Rings of Power. Okay, we're going to clear that. And this, I think, is the right size. And it's a little too high poly for my taste. So we're going to go ahead and demesh. Or decimate. 0.5. Look. I don't even think we needed any of that crap. We have a little... It's like a little... Look at that. There's still 4,000 freaking... We're going to go way down. Yeah. Okay. Can we go a little higher? The cool thing about Decimate is it's not actually destroying anything. It's not destructive. So I could just pretend I like this, save it as a blend file, and import it into Unity. Inner tube. Here we go. Inner tube. We're going to make sure we apply all of our transforms, not our decimate. Our decimate is still a filter, essentially. So let's bring this in. Let's go to floor -2 here. And we're going to take a look at... oh, careful, Tom. That's the wrong shader. There we go. Save. Alrighty. Let's go to floor -2. Take a look. All right, let's take a look here. Inner tube. There we go. I like how low poly it is. That's good. Okay. Actually works just fine. I think it's a little too many faces though. So what we're gonna do here is I have a theory that we can go ahead and just remove this little thing here. I mean, it's not terrible. I just don't think we need it, you know? So we're gonna grab this, delete, and we're just gonna keep it like that. We could probably even just fill in the hole, you know? And we can do this all without changing the UV. Good. Okay. Look, it just filled it in. That's hilarious. I kind of don't mind. All right. There's still too many poly, so we're just gonna smooth it out until we're good. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a little bit more so it's not so weird. There we go. Right at 0.1, and then save that. Go to Unity here, and we're gonna take the textures that we downloaded, and hopefully they will just wrap perfectly. That's the theory. So let's go to downloads. I think the texture. Oh, good. They're all here. So we're going to start with the creating a folder full of the PSDs. Oh, geez. Okay, anyway. Let's take a look at our diffuse. There's our diffused texture. The good thing is I think this is unwrapped pretty decently, so we can just change that texture to be like a dirty brown paper texture. Oh, Gil. Is Gil stirring the pot, y'all? Do we enjoy Gil's conversation? If we do, that's great. I'm just curious. No big deal. Just curious. Mario Rad says, "What are you drinking?" It's like a water with a juice in it. Okay, so that's now a PSD. So that's good. We can use that. Okay. Normal map. This looks good. These are good. Oh, this is going to make it look really old. I like this. Actually, really, really like these PSDs. Or these, this inner tube. I don't know why. It's like, I kind of want to touch it. So let's see here. Let's go to our, we have specular. We definitely need specular, but that's going to be in our, oh, it's only white. Okay. So we don't need specular. We just need normal and diffuse. I'm going to go ahead and just take a gander here that we want our UV. So I'm going to export it out of the blend file. Why am I getting the UV out of the blend file, guys? And guys, what we're doing is it's specifically correlated not to making 3D models, but rather flipping models. Flipping models is what I like to do because I am, these days, I'm kind of a, what's the word? I like things to be efficient and fast. And you could generally make something look like it fits in with your environment, generally, as long as you know how to flip an asset. So that looks good to me. Let's go ahead and save that. And we'll save this. And these two PSDs, we're going to grab those, copy them, and we're just going to put them in the inner tube folder. And that's all we got to do. Nothing crazy here, right? Good. And I'm going to just drag this here on the, what are all these objects? Let's hang tight, hang tight. There's like 2 objects here. I don't need that or that. Save that. Jeez. What a mess. And then the rotation's wrong. Okay. No surprise here. Object, apply all transforms, rotate X -90, apply what? The rotation, rotate X 90, save it, and now everything's good to go. Good. So notice how everything's nice and clean. 0 location, 0 rotation, and 111. Ooh, makes me so happy. Drag this in, take a look. Looks good to me. Hey, throw on the normal map. And I want to show you guys something, okay? Let's think about this. I want this inner tube to be, I kind of want it to look like it's made out of canvas. Why? Because it's 1920. So if I want it to be made out of canvas, well, we can do an orange canvas. And we'll do this grayscale so that we can create color variations. But for now, we're just going to do a orange, yellowish orange. Oh, wrong one. Close all these. And let's throw in that orangish red, maybe a little bit more red. There we go, orange. Save, take a look. Okay, so you can see it looks shiny. I don't want it to look shiny, right? I'd rather it look like canvas. Okay, fix the normal map. It probably needs to be scaled up a little bit bigger. And frankly, we could probably do a little bit more of a decimation. Is it the normal map that's doing that? No, it's just the decimation. Hang on tight, 1 sec. That's better. So unsubdivide is much more in line with what we're looking for, actually. And it's 1500. I wonder if we could do 1 or 2.5. It's gonna have to be 3, huh? It stinks. Yeah, that's so weird looking. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, we might want to use a torus. Yeah. You were right. Yeah. Planar might maybe do it for us. No. Yeah. Look at that. I really liked the normal map though. That stinks. Stinky, stinky. Yeah. Yeah, it's just creating some weird. It's confused, you know. But let's enter play mode and at least look at it, you know. Oh, Unreal Engine. Yeah, it's. I believe it's the. Oh yeah, look, it's not. It's just confused, is what it is. Yeah, if I do apply, you guys can see what it's doing. It's just a mess. If we take a look at the. We could probably just get away with creating a freaking torus, you know, which is what one of you said. I should have listened. And then just cut it, you know. Look how many polys it is. If you, so what we're gonna do is actually position it perfectly in the center here. And then we're going to go to edit mode, and all we got to do is, I believe, around the, let's move you up, around the edge here. We'll do a seam, face, edge, mark seam. And that, oh, the inside too, right? Edge, mark seam. And in theory, it'll unwrap perfectly. Yeah, we don't need this weird shaped. There goes. Oh, hey, we're supporting developers, right, guys? We could probably make that inner tube thicker, though. So let's go back in time. It's so easy. And then we could take that. Actually, we could take that normal map and use it. So I'm kind of glad we have it. And then we can arrange it. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually good. So watch this. I could take this inner tube here, create a new one, and we're going to create a thicker one. What? Yeah. Shade smooth, scale, good. And then edit mode. Do that, and then do that. Whoops, do that. And then we're gonna mark the seam, unwrap, and then go to UV editing here. And if we take a look at this, and this, so this edit, yeah, okay. I'm just thinking here, how do I line this up? I think the way we would do it is something like, well, I guess we could just add the that texture, right? There it is. Let's update this so it's like this. Oh, look. Ha! That's what we could do. Save this diffuse. And then update that. Look, watch. There we go. And then we can just line them up. Turn off snapping. Okay. I don't think this is a terrible idea, guys. I think this is just fine. I don't know why I enjoy flipping assets so much. It's like really relaxing. I'm a big fan. Okay, so this is cool because now the normal map should work with this new shape. We're just going to call this tube. Save. That's the theory. So let's throw in where did you go? Let's drag him back here. And so for whoever told me to use a torus, I apologize. You were right. You were right. You were right. Very good, very good. If we go to our materials here and drag that on, look, it's like perfect. And then throw on the normal map. Look, it's like perfect. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, now, you guys want to throw on like a weird canvas texture? So we're going to just look for a canvas, a dirty canvas texture. Okay. There we go. I found it. That's disgusting. You probably shouldn't Google search dirty canvas. Let's see. Let's type. Oh, that's gross. I like that texture. Let's use it. My screen, paste. We're just going to create a looping texture from this. Transform, flip, horizontal. We're going to make a mixture of all sorts of textures, okay? Merge. Let's make sure Felipe's all right here. And that looks good. We're just trying to create a nice clean square of texture that we can place over top this tube here, okay? Merge those together, and then we can lower the opacity, right? By the way, those of you just joining us, just remember you can join Full-Time Game Dev below. It's the sponsor of today's video. 50% off the massive program. And I will say, it is pretty awesome. By the way, if you're a student, let us know what you think about the program in the chat. I know a lot of you are students in the chat. I'm not BSing you. How many of you are in the chat if you're a student? Let's count. It's a massive program. It's a premium program. It really is premium because, well, I teach pretty much everything you need to know to start a game studio. All right, let's go to overlay here and also this here. Look at that. Isn't that disgusto? Let's save it. Looks like mold and mildew. So far, so good. Smoothness, it's going to need to be more of a canvas. We could probably... No, I don't want to do that. No, maybe we could. Let's see here. Canvas. That's kind of what I'm looking for, actually. We could probably just do rubber. Let's think about rubber here. Would it have a smoothness map, guys? You know, would rubber have a smoothness map? I'm unsure. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Yeah, I think it might. Let's try it. How often do we have sales? Well, towards the holidays, the biggest sale is Black Friday. And then we're probably going to do a New Year's sale. It's unlikely to be as big as Black Friday because Black Friday is Black Friday, and that's ending today. Let's type in You know, honestly, you can take stuff like this. You can copy it and just bring it in like this. And just grab pieces. $25. Yeah, you can grab pieces like this and create interesting like smoothness map details. That might work. I mean, we'll try it. You never know what's going to happen when you're sort of flipping assets like this in Photoshop. That's why I think it's exciting, because you never really know what it's going to look like. Okay, so we've got this interesting smoothness map. We really don't need it to be that that contrasty. Then you can take it and you can put it inside of the albedo, or I'm sorry, the alpha channel, like this. Save it, and then go to Unity and say it's the alpha albedo. Look, you see that? It almost, that's cool. I like it a lot. Let's throw in some contrast. Do you guys see what's going on here? When you go to the alpha channel and create some sort of black and white texturing, you get a very unique sort of smoothness map that makes it look like it's much older than it is. Because actually, it's only about 30 minutes old, but it looks like it's 10 years old, right? So that's pretty cool. Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay. Oh, I love it. Watch us invert it, though. No, I liked it the other way. Let's do a little bit more contrast. Crank up the contrast, yeah? Why did it do that? There we go. Oh, we're just too high. That's not true. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Hey, let's throw on a normal map of these nastinesses, right? Like this here. Let's make a normal map out of it, and then put it on there on top of the regular normal map, just so there's like ugly wrinkles. It's just gonna look weird, you know. So watch this. Generate normal maps, Harry. It almost looks like a canvas. What? Save it out. Let's take a look. That's disgusting. I think it's great. I want it. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna save this. Do a little bit of a hue saturation increase. Nice ugly orange. We're gonna add a pushable object to it so that it can be pushed. Good. Apparently we're in play mode. I don't get that. All right, inner tube. This, it's too small, so we got to scale it up inside of Blender. Object, apply, scale, save. That looks about right to me, man. Pushable object, good. Use gravity, good. No, I don't want a box collider. I mean, I guess that'll be fine. Yeah, box collider's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we've got inner tube, orange, and we're gonna drag this into our. Where's our? We have a bunch of just different props. So I'm going to drag that one in there. We're going to use that one. And why do we do this, guys? So that our team can know that they have a prop that's ready to use, that can be picked up and thrown. In this case, we're going to be able to throw this. I kind of hate that there's no drop shadow there, so watch this. You guys are going to love this. There's no shadow here on the inner tube, and so I'm going to add a shadow. This is really fun, actually. Because we have our, whatchamacallit, our UV, if we were to take there we go, make it black there, and then my theory is blur, but it's not going to work. We're going to need to, we're going to need to expand or contract. No, expand by 5 units. Nope. Expand by 10 units. Yay! And then we fill this in and then blur it. And that, watch, is going to create some ambient occlusion. Oh, look at that. That's disgusting. Wow, it's great. And you know, let's put some text on there. Remember? The game is, we're trying to add in a lot more story. What could we do here? What's something vile that we could put on this, guys? Like a rule. Like a lot of people say, like, no diving. And I'm thinking, like, if a sign said dive head first, what could we do with this? Because a lot of people say, like, oh, it's not a life-saving device or something. What could we say? No, it's not a hotel. It's a. We could, I guess, we could brand it when we're ready. We could definitely brand it with the. With the water park name. Someone drowning. Okay, let's do it. It's full of toxic gas. Put some blood on it. There you go. Okay. You want to do that? Life taker. Yeah, but how is it a life taker? I think that's funny. But how is it a life taker? You know, we got to sort of explain that. Yeah, I think blood splatter on it would be great. Good thinking. I didn't even think about that. Make sure it's set to multiply. And then on this side, something like that. Inside outer tube, have spikes come out. That's great. So this guy, we need to move them closer to each other. So I'm just going to hit random numbers here and see what we get, or random locations. Okay, that was closer, yeah. Nope. That's disgusting. Whose idea was that? That's gross. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look, isn't that fun? Oh, wow. It's beautiful, really. Disgusting. No, but no ideas? Y'all aren't creative enough? Well, we're not all as creative as me. So. Oh, throw some tape on it. That's a great idea. I kind of feel like we need to do stripes. You know. So. Let's see how if it works though. Apply. Okay, so we're good. Let's hit play and take a look. It's too big. And I can't pick it up for some reason. Oh, yes. So, by the way, we're going to go use our crates here as our standard. So, crate small variant. Yeah. So, the crate small variant here, it's got a pushable object on it. Copy pushable object. Yeah. So, we can take that and this, paste component values. Good. Okay, so now it'll behave properly. A smiley face? It'd be funny if it didn't float. Good. It feels a little, I feel like it should bounce a little bit. So. And also, it does feel a little bit like leather. So we probably don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something we could put on it. Also, I feel like it needs a little bit of... I feel like... Yeah, okay, so this right here, I feel like it just needs to be a little bit brighter. Because we want... Come on. There we go. We want there to be a little bit more shine. What's going on? Hang on. Yeah, something like that. Let's try this. Is that better? Why isn't it working? Wait. I don't know. I think that's better, right? Yeah. Okay. Innards tube. I think that's funny. We'll do that. So the way you write on a circle in Photoshop is you create the circle and then you write. Innards. How do we spell innards? Innards tube. How do I spell innards? I like that. We all float down. That's great. Very cool. Who came up with that? Who was that? Who said that? Was it AF? I think this needs to scale down. Oh, it didn't work. Will that even work? Let's take a look. We all float down. That's cool. And if you make that not shiny, it'll almost have a... Yeah. We can use Bebas or Bebas, yeah. Scale. And then... Cool. And we could just sort of make it look old. I like things to feel like you have to look for it, you know. Let's duplicate this really quick. And then rasterize this layer so that I can grab it and then go to our alpha channel here and then make it so that there's no shine on it. I think that's what we want to do. And we also want to add some kind of normal map. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And then, hey, why not just sort of do a subtle variation to it. Yeah. Okay. How's this look? It does look like it looks like a frickin' bagel. Okay, so how do we make this look like not a bagel? I think it's the normal map. Why is Photoshop freezing? What in the world? Yeah, I don't like the text. It was a cool idea. Sorry. It's just not for me. Because I think it's too silly and it's too obvious. I feel like it's that normal map. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now it doesn't look like a freaking bagel. Woo! Hey, buddy. I kind of want to be able to get underneath it. That looks way better. Okay, let's create a red one, and then we're good. World T says, hey Thomas, I just came to say hi. I wish I could stay longer, but too much college. Well, good luck. Thanks for coming. Okay, so is that ready to go? Yeah, it is. So that's inner tube orange. The colors of this world are not orange. They are yellow, so we need to change it to yellow. To match that balloon. And then we take this inner tube orange, duplicate, and we're going to duplicate the material. That's float ring diffuse yellow. And then we're going to do a teal. We need to make sure that this is classified that it's yellow. This is going to be teal. We can move, like make the blood not so intense on this one. Because if everything has a ton of blood on it, it's just going to look weird. Okay? Does that make sense? And then we're just going to take this and go teal. Low saturation. Well, I guess you'd call that emerald, wouldn't you? Emerald Live. Hey, look at that. Doesn't it look great? I'm telling you what, y'all. People need to listen to me. I'm not even kidding. You need to start listening to me. I'm right. This looks great. Prefab variant. I love the idea of having these sort of stacked up and rotated. Let's hit play and see how it is. Look at this. Now it feels like it's an actual, I don't know, it's just like something about it reminds me of my childhood. You know, bloody inner tubes. But, you know, that's just me. It looks like a really good inner tube. I made this myself. It like stuck to the wall. Whee! Hey, let's make a bounce. So, if we go to the inner tubes here, actually, I believe we have a folder called Physics Materials. Yeah, we do. We can take this and we can go to, this is golf ball. So this one is going to be inner tube. Or inflatable. Yeah. Point 2. Fix object name. I don't know. Okay, sure. What? Let's go to our core object here and throw on the inflatable. Make it explode? Well, you're asking for too much. I can't do everything. That was weird. Let's make the inflatable have a 1 bounce. That's great. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, Thomas. You're so funny. I think it's great. Look. The problem is you're going to be able to grab this stuff and climb on it. But, hey. We'll see if it's a problem. It'll probably be a problem. Hey, that's really cool. I like it a lot. The color scheme, I don't think we need to go with any more colors. So, I think we're good. What was I going to do? Oh, we need to add this to our list so that everybody knows where it is. Okie dokie. Let's see here. So we add it to ClickUp, right, guys? So how many of you use a project management tool for even your hobby as a game developer? But I'm not gonna pitch you anything. It's not like a sponsored ad read. But does anybody use a project management tool? Azure Develop, huh? What's that? Tell me about it. Sticky notes, huh? Trello? Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, comment. This is Thomas. So we are good with that. So we're slowly making progress on our assets. Very, very good. Okay. Now remember, guys, check out Full-Time Game Dev below. It's 50% off. Probably the biggest game development program out there. The problem with a lot of these game dev programs is that they teach you how to make games. Number one, they give you the technical side. Yeah, you can kind of find that on YouTube. But they also are taught by people who aren't doing what you want to do. They're teachers, they're not actually making games, which is not, I'm not trying to be mean, that's just the way it is. I'm actually a game developer, meaning I do it full time. Like, this is my job. And for those of you just joining us, just remember, I'm actually making, I'm published by 3D Realms. So we could take a look at 3D Realms website. This is what we're working on right now. It's pretty cool. They let me, they said, you can do whatever you want, Thomas. So I live streamed the game. So yeah. What's the point? The point is that Lord Grimm got published here because of my course. Chris, down here, Chris, raised over $100,000 on Kickstarter because of my course. So people are actually finding funding and making games. Cool thing is also it teaches Unity, Unreal, and Godot. So whichever one you want to learn, pick it, go for it. And then also you're going to learn a ton about how to actually work with publishers, how to secure funding from publishers, how to secure funding from Kickstarter, how to hit the Steam front page, how to launch a game, how to market your game. It really is a great course. Check it out below, guys. I had a really fun time with you. This is really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I think there's only 6 seats left. Maybe 6 or 7 seats left. It says 15, it's 7. So if you're interested, check it out below, and this closes in a couple hours. Okay, I love you guys. I really do. I wish you the best of success on your game dev journey. This was fun. Cheers. Get over here. Get down. Hey, thanks for watching. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below. It's my treat to you. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and I actually got to play it with him in front of his audience, which was really cool. This game kit is totally free. It's my treat to you, and you can use it however you want. You can make a commercial game and make $1 million off this game kit. I don't care. Or you could just use it for a hobby project. It's my treat to you. And by the way, if you haven't clicked like, that would mean a ton to me. Hit subscribe. And also, this is important, hit that notification bell. Here's why. If you get notified of when I'm live, you can watch me make my next game, and let me know in the chat what you think about the game or any ideas you have. And you might just show up. Your chat might just show up in the next video that I upload. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.